If I traded it all, if I gave
Welcome
it
back. All right, so I'm so excited about bringing on my next guest, who has been on with me now 3 or 4 times now. I have with me Samuel Colby, and you are here to talk about your core pump. And I want you to tell everybody, I want you to explain to him who you are to this, because you created it.
So who I am to Core Pump, well, I'm the inventor of it. So I came up with the idea about 9 years now ago, and really just started picking up momentum really within the past just few years. So
Okay.
with with the financial backer and a good team, and it just kind of really evolved into its own, into its own product, and it's kind of like a fitness revolution.
What is it?
Well, it's a unique machine that uses, it's called isokinetic resistance. I trademarked the name Smart Resistance so that you have positive resistance on every motion. So if I push it up above my head, I pull it down, it's going to give me resistance on both sides. It looks like last week Roland said a good analogy. He said it kind of looks like a mountain bike handle attached to a hydraulic cylinder. And the platform is a double step platform that the top pedestal adjusts up and down, so you can stand on it, sit on it. It's one of those things where I think we came up with probably a combination of over like 500 exercises and stretches on just this little piece of equipment. It takes up less than 2 feet of floor space, so it's not very big. It's about the ones that I'm releasing now. They're considered the commercial unit, so it's about 66 pounds in that range. So it's nothing you can sling over your shoulder and walk around with. But it looks like I said before, if Apple and Dyson had a baby and turned it into fitness, this is what it looks like.
But
So
also, though, you are working on it soon, getting it into be in home sometime.
yeah,
Future.
right now, I mean, just someone just came in earlier today that's opening up several studios just in Old Town Scottsdale, and so he's already reserving multiple. Like it's one of those things where I'm getting approached by some major gyms. I won't say their names until the contracts are actually
Right.
made, and then I'll be happy to say which ones are picking them up. But we're probably going to be sold out of the first 500 very quick.
Here's what we also want to do is tell them that it's not just for working out, just for like getting yourself looking like him. But by the way, if anyone should check out a website, it's his website, because you're going to see, and he brought in a few of his, some people with him today. They all look this good. The website it's ESOSlifestyle.com. Or should we do the core pump? Is it easier?
I think
Let's just
core
do
pump
the
would be
core pump
easier.
because it's easier for you to remember. It's corepump.com. You're going to see a picture of him on there, and you will see what he looks like and what it can do for you. But you're here, and you've been talking a little bit about what it can do for golfers.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that.
Well, I kind of brought in a treat. I brought in one of the Core Pump coaches. His name is Craig Girish. Now, if you want to talk about muscles, that's Mr. Muscles right there.
Yeah, I can tell. I can see.
So he's really been helping me kind of put together a whole basically a certification, a class, kind of like a group class experience. But last time we talked about how Roland Bennett was doing his theory of how in 90 days he can put about 30 yards to his ball. Well, I brought in my friend Mike Biondo, who is a professional golfer, and really this whole idea of putting a whole experience around a professional athlete and seeing if it's going to be beneficial. He said that he started last week, so it's his second week, and he's already put 30 yards on.
So
his
come on
ball.
up to that mic here. Again, your name again?
Mike Biondo.
Mike Biondo. And so let's talk a little bit about you and who you are and how you started working with Sam.
I moved here 3 years ago from Santa Barbara, California, and my dream was to play professional golf. And after graduating college, I got in to be a contractor.
Get that mic right
And
into your face.
I did that for about 9 years and played tournaments. Did very well, won some good tournaments, and decided it was time just to give everything up and come out here and play professional golf. And good timing worked out well. It's a good year for professional golf, and I have a tournament coming up, and my girlfriend ran into Sam. And Sam had his whole core pump 90-day circuit going, and it's been 1 week, and in 1 week I've noticed about 30 yards distance on the driver. And not just that, the core balance, letting all the speed and momentum go around my body and me stay in one place.
He showed a video as we were driving up here about how a week before he started the core pump workout, the ESOS experience, we were seeing how his feet were. I mean, it was a solid swing, but his feet weren't as controlled. And then he just showed me one where his feet are. It looks like he's nailed into the ground.
And that's all because of the core pump.
Yeah, it just really grounds you good. I mean, our whole training is the core pump. We also deal with the vibrating plate. It's a very intense training. I've worked out my whole life for an hour and a half. And we're on this machine for about 30 minutes with my workout. And with my nutrition, Craig, Healthy Fitness, everything. It's a great team. I'm looking forward to having a good season this year.
And tell them again what the difference was right away you saw?
It's about 30 yards difference. Not just that, the consistency and power and balance. And what really it comes down to is everyone throws their hands and grips the club too tight. When you strengthen your core, you allow your hands to be relaxed and be more of a whip and hit that golf ball with maximum club head speed.
We're going to open up the lines to the audience, okay? Perfect. First of all, what we want to do is tell everybody to go on corepump.com. And whether you have a question or not, you can ask them and let them ask questions about it if they want, if that's okay with you. And we're just going to let you call in and ask a question if you want. But also, we want you to get his free fitness. It's a golf fitness assessment and consultation. And this is a $100 value, free to everybody out there. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. First of all, I want to ask you a couple of questions, Sam. Mm-hmm. Number one, and also for you, Mike, is a woman okay with this? I mean, are women, how young can you start them at?
So this is kind of interesting. So me and Craig Garish, we went to, they're called Interim Healthcare. They're assisted living. I think they're like the largest in the nation, but the owner of the Phoenix chapter basically contacted me because he and his wife, they came and worked out on my core pump, actually when it was just a prototype. And he hit me up and he was like, I want you to present in front. There were probably about 100 people that were over the age of 100. You know, it's one of those things where it was a very, very, I
was going to ask you, what's the oldest range? You know, what's the range on it?
Yeah, so I had one of the ladies that was very interested come up on stage and she was 94. And if she wasn't a fit 94, she was like a 94 where I had Craig kind of help her up on the pedestal.
Like I'm going to be. Go ahead.
Well, she started lifting and feeling the action. I mean, it's smooth like butter. I mean, and she was just going up and down, up and down. I dialed her to number 2. So resistance level 1, it's less than 10 pounds. And then it incrementally goes up to over 120. So it's for everyone, really. For people in rehab, for young athletes, for actually not even young athletes. If I was 12 and I had my hands on the core pump, I think I would have been a better athlete.
So it's both for boys and girls and women and men. Mm-hmm. And when I want to also talk about the actual assessment, because you've done the assessment, Mike. You are a professional golfer here in Arizona. And what was the assessment like? What I want to hear what you go through with that, because that's what they're winning out there, the people that you're giving away. What's that all about? Well,
it's kind of funny because the assessment is really just kind of like entertainment for us. And the reason why is because it's a 7-minute workout, and that's it. So you tell them, I'm only going to work your whole body 7 minutes, and it's a true 7-minute workout. You know, it starts from the traps, calves, and it just goes through the whole time. And first time we had Mike in here, you know, he has less than 6% body fat. I mean, he's shredded, but he got up on the core pump, and remember, after second minute, he's already sweating.
What was it like? Let's hear it from your mouth.
You know, it's funny because I worked out since I've been about 11 years old, hour and a half, 2-hour workouts, intensive training. And one thing I notice is there's just no break. You're going the whole time, and every muscle's actually working. And the biggest thing for what I do in professional golf, I can't get injured. And in the gym with weights and their joints, there's a lot of injuries. This thing, I don't feel any injuries. You could stretch out on it before you work out, which is really nice, especially for a golfer. That's big. Flexibility is huge. And what I've noticed in just the first week is my whole body just got tighter. When I go to the gym, I would be sore. I wasn't really sore. I had intense training for 3 days, and I was able to go out there and play golf the following day.
Well, we've got our lines open here. We're going to let everybody call in. You're going to get a free fitness assessment consultation with them. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Go up on the website. It's corepump.com. corepump.com. You can call them. They do free consultations with everyone. It's 480-625-3100, or call in here and get entered to win. It's a $100 value, free to you. Would you like to come on my radio show and talk about what you do? I'm Carol Blonder, the host of Networking Arizona. I created a show where you can get yourself heard by thousands of listeners. You also get a podcast of the show so you can put it on your website. Heard Tuesdays and Fridays from 3 to 5 p.m. It's a drive time, prime time show. Call me and book your spot at 602-228-4629. Get the word out about what you do. Visit my website, networkingarizona.net.
One of the most thoughtful things that you can do for your family is planning for your funeral or cremation. It leaves your loved ones with guidance and support when they need it the most. Pre-planning ensures that all details are in order so that there are more answers than questions. Call 480-832-2850 for a free personal planning guide, or take a tour of our beautiful cemetery and newly remodeled funeral home. Call 480-832-2850, Mountain View Funeral Home and Cemetery.com.
Do you have IRS tax problems? Are they keeping you up at night? If your tax problems are affecting your family life, you need to know you have options. Call Ted Watkins, enrolled agent before IRS, the tax expert who will handle your case. We negotiate settlements with the IRS, the Arizona Department of Revenue, as well as prepare past due tax returns. Call us at 602-363-1952 or 602-418-7308.
Are you missing teeth and want to smile again? Hi, I'm Dr. Linda Ma.
And I'm Dr. Boyd Patimus.
We here at Smile Innovations are all about your smile. We offer cosmetic, laser, and implant dentistry, tailor fit for your needs. Our number one concern is our patients.
For more information, visit our website at smileinnovation.com or call 480-418-2469. 480-418-2469. Smileinnovation.com, 480-418-2469.
I'm Luke Johnson, president of Legend Capital Group. We offer a unique array of alternative investment strategies that can provide excellent monthly returns outside of the traditional stock markets. Headquartered in Scottsdale, we have offices nationwide. My team of leading investment advisors provide best-in-class, personalized service and world-class investment strategies. Call today for a complimentary financial review, 480-685-2930, or visit legendcapitalgroup.com.
Newsflash, never be fat or smoke again. Break any habit or addiction in as few as 3 to 7 days. No withdrawal. Yes, you heard me right. No matter if you're 40 pounds or 140 pounds overweight, smoke 1 pack or 4 packs a day. You will be free. Call our information line at 623-266-1392 for free consultation. Your habit or addictive behaviors now can be a thing of the past. Call Hypnotic One at 623-266-1392. Now you take control of your life instead of being controlled by life. Call now, Hypnotic One at 623-266-1392.
If I traded it all, if I gave it all away for...
So welcome back. And we're talking with Sam Colby. He is the inventor, creator, the founder of this core pump. There's a lot of other things that you've invented too. You've been on the show talking about, but the last couple times we've been talking a little bit about this core pump. You brought in with you Mike Biondo, and he is a professional golfer here, as well as Craig Garish. Did I say that correctly? And can you get to the mic? You guys, when you're on the radio, you got to talk right into the mic, otherwise they won't hear you. So, and we can put those on too if you want. But in any case, really, tell me a little bit about what you do, what your part is of this.
I'm a certified core pump coach, and I basically take Mike through the ringer when he's in there. Today we went through an intense 20-minute exercise, and within 5 minutes he was drenched in sweat. We worked on the lowest setting of the core pump, which is 10 pounds resistance, but we were able to dial his intensity up because we just worked on his speed and his execution, and because of that, you're going to see his performance peak out as well. So over the course of the next few weeks, we like to kind of play with the intensity, play with the speed, and play with the resistance of the machine so his body is always guessing.
So again, we're talking about the golfers right now, but I'm assuming, and I'm not sure, I'm just going to ask you, because there's a lot of people out there that are also listening that don't play golf, but would think that they would, in 20 minutes that they could be losing a lot of weight. Could they use this as well?
Yes.
I want to get the word out about this.
Well, in my mind, I mean, I've played, sports all the way, even in college, soccer and wrestling. I mean, any sport that I picked up, I would do really well at.
I'm
golf
surprised.
Golf is the exact reverse. Like the more I play golf, the worse I get. I think golf is the hardest sport, bar none. And so, if we can dial in a professional golfer, so he starts winning his tournaments, he starts rocking it, we get more professional golfers, and everyone's game elevates. Any sport you can dial it in, because the core and the mind, those are the two number one things. They always say sports are always 90% mental, 10% physical. Absolutely, So if we can, not if, but when we get Mike to start winning his tournaments, he is going to be killing it.
Well, we have Roland Bennett. You're on the line, Roland. He's been on the show many times, as well as we've got our lines open here, and we want everybody to be able to call in to get entered into win it's the Core Pump Fitness Assessment. You get a consultation with that. It's $100 value free to you. 602-277-5369. Toll free. It's 1-866-536-1100. Roland, you're on the line.
Hey, what's happening, Carol? How are you?
Hey, how are you? It's good to have you on again.
Well, thanks for pulling me through. I know you screen your calls pretty heavily, so I was had my fingers crossed that I'd make it on.
Okay, Roland. So tell everybody.
I hear you guys talking, and I know that he's really getting Sam is on here getting to the golf. It was funny because I was down there working on the pump with Sam, and we were talking about how the relation to the golf swing and the benefits from that. But then we were talking about how many other sports are really affected by strengthening the core. And if you look at any sport that you can think of, namely baseball for a batter, for pitchers, you're looking at tennis players, you're looking at even basketball players, volleyball players. We're in Scottsdale here. Even the horse showmen and horse riders are going to benefit from a stronger core. So across just about every sport that you can possibly think of, you need to have a strong core. The reason why the golf community is going to eat this up so much is because how quickly doing these exercises and strengthening your core from where you're at is going to be able to help you stay centered and help you rotate faster through the ball, and how fast you're going to see the results on the golf course. And it's in golf where you have a higher percentage of the participants of the sport that are chasing that carrot around, chasing that dog bone around the dog track. That dog bone is hitting longer drives off the tee and having more controlled iron shots, and that is directly related to the core. And, every golfer out there that's chasing that, they are getting suckered into the media and the marketing of new golf equipment. And if anybody knows golf, Mike will tell you, he's a golf pro, he's on your show. It ain't the Indian, or it ain't the arrow, it's the Indian, is what they say. And, you can go out there with just about any piece of equipment. Now, yes, obviously dialing in the right equipment with shaft length and all that's going to matter. But what's going to make the biggest difference is strengthening the core of your body so that you can swing that club through the ball faster with more control. And everybody's going for that, only they're not going for the problem. They're buying the new club, or they're buying the this, and when you go out and buy a new driver to add 10 yards to your drive, you're putting a Band-Aid on something. You're not healing the inner side of it. You're not curing the disease, you're treating the disease. And if you want to cure the disease, you've got to start from the center of your core out and strengthen that. And I'll tell you what, I am in the 90-day trial. Sam's going to be coming out with very soon with the corepumpgolf.com, where he's proving that 90 days is going to add, 20 to 30 yards in your drive, simply by going through his Core Pump Golf program, and which I'm halfway through. My club head speed has increased by 5 miles per hour on the driver, which is, I don't know, Mike might tell you if that's a pretty big improvement in 6 weeks. But that's the
He's
kind
shaking
of
his head. Yes. Say something. Let him say something.
That's the kind of those are the kind of results that people are going to get. And this is, it's just an amazing feeling to feel like you're having that control without the lower back pain because you're sliding your hips. Most people, when you don't have the strong core, most golfers, you tend to slide the body, and you kind of have to slide the hips to compensate for having a weak core and not being able to rotate through.
Let me get that
And
website
that's
up.
what the core pump helps.
Let me get that website out for them. It is corepump.com. So corepump.com. We've got our lines open here, and everyone who's calling in is getting one of these golf fitness assessments. It's a $100 value, free to you. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. I know the line's been busy with rolling on there and everything, but you can keep on calling throughout the rest of the show for this.
Well, I'll jump off so that you guys can open up for more callers. But Sam, keep doing what you're doing. Carol, thanks for letting me on. And you guys have a good one.
Thanks
Awesome.
a lot,
Thanks, Roland.
Roland. So, okay, let's go quickly again back to you, Mike. You like you said, you're a professional golfer, and you also, I want you to get out because I know you really wanted to. We only have a few more minutes here. Is also what the experience. What is the Core Pump experience all about?
Yeah, so this is something that is really unique and special. It takes into account, obviously the core pump exercises that we're dialing in Mike's core or the athlete's core. We're putting a mental component called neurofeedback training. So a friend, Sarah Owens, she's the one that's actually dialing those electrodes into the head, turns it on for 33 minutes, and it just streamlines your connectivity in the brain. Healthy Self Kitchen, an owner, Lainey Palacio, she's basically putting all of Mike's fuel together, so it's food that he can eat, and that's going to actually benefit his process. So it's pure fuel. And then we also have it's a company called DW Botanicals.
Yeah, it's a Desert Willow Botanicals. It's all herbal extracts.
And so she
They've
formulated.
been on my show.
Yeah, she formulated something for inflammation and for his focus. So putting this whole thing, compiling it all together. I think it's one of those things where once we prove that this process is unique, we're going to open our doors up for all athletes, whether they're young, old, in the middle, doesn't matter. And, because you're an athlete till the day you die, if you choose to be.
And again, on the website, it's corepump.com. They can see all this information there. What are some of your final words for today?
Well, it's one of those things where, in my career, it's really been kind of a nice way to see it kind of segue over into doing something that's truly going to benefit someone at a really unique level, something that no one is doing in the entire world. And I can say that because I have a couple patents that prove that, that this is really something special. And everyone that comes in and uses the machine, I like to watch their face light up because they know they've just experienced something very unique and special.
You're located in Scottsdale, and you do free consultations, and you're offering for everyone to get entered in to win. It's not entered in to win. You're giving it to everyone.
Yep.
I think you're giving it to, which is a free core pump assessment, and it comes along with a consultation with that. We're going to let you call throughout the rest of the show for it so everybody can get a chance to get in on it at 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536. Everyone is going to get this, so we're going to let you keep on calling. And whether or not any kind of sports, no matter how old you are, young about 12 years old, he said, is perfect. Old up until you're 80 or 90, depending on what you need. What? 112, he said. Give us a call here at 602-277-5369. Check him out. It's corepump.com.